morning. Welcome to Online Sadhana. Today we're going to do a Kriya called Releasing the Elements from my teacher training level 2 manual for stress and vitality. There are 5 modules for the level 2 in Kundalini Yoga. Stress and vitality I took last year. It was a great teacher training for living in New York City, because there's a lot of stress here and you need a lot of vitality to run around and do stuff. So let's go ahead by tuning in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, meaning I bow to the infinite wisdom, I bow to the great unseen wisdom. My cat's here. My cat really likes meditation. So take a deep breath in. Suspend the breath for just a moment and exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. Hold the breath. Apply the root lock. Women, unless you're on your cycle pregnant, you do not do the root lock and exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep breath in. Suspend the breath. Apply the root lock unless you're on your cycle or pregnant. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. So, when women are on their cycle or they're pregnant, they don't do the root lock and they don't do breath of fire. And the same thing could be said just if you've just eaten, if there's nothing you could avoid and you had to go eat a big meal and then you went to a yoga class, then you don't have to do really any abdominal work, like hard abdominal work, just like someone on their cycle or pregnant. Because if you have a full stomach and you're doing abdominal work, it'll make you nauseous. And that's not very good for meditation, which is what yoga really is. You can't concentrate and meditate if you're in physical discomfort. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a little bit of breath of fire. This is another thing that if you're on your cycle or pregnant, you don't do. And if you're full, you can just do like a lighter breath of fire. Or if you want, you can just do long, deep breathing while we do this practice. It's a short inhalation and exhalation through the nose with a slight belly pulse on the exhalation. So it's going to look like this. And close your eyes, concentrate on that third eye point, and come up with a nice steady breath of fire that works for you. If you're new to breath of fire and it starts to make you dizzy at all, then stop the practice and just take a couple normal breaths. And then go ahead and begin the breath of fire again. You can do it in little 10-second chunks and then slowly build up to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, even an hour. And exhale. And stretch your legs out in front. And grab the toes. And just bend forward, let the head go. Do some long, deep breathing here. Stretch down all the way. Stretch and stretch. And slowly roll up. Come back into cross-legged position. Let's just do a couple spinal flex and a couple spinal twists really quickly, because the Kriya, the exercise Kriya that we have today, is all in easy pose. So, just doing some arm movements and stuff. So let's just move the spine around a little bit. So you're going to inhale forward, bringing the chest and navel point forward, keeping the shoulders over the hips. You're going to exhale and round the back out. Again, keeping the shoulders over the hips as much as possible and the head in line with the shoulders. So the head isn't flopping back and forth. The head is staying steady. And just the spinal column is flexing forward and back. And you're going to inhale as you come forward and exhale as you go back just for 1 minute. Nice steady rhythm. Not too fast, not too slow. In fact, this can be a good way to learn how to start to do breath of fire if that's a new practice for you. Feel that tailbone just rocking back and forth. And then inhale to a neutral spine in the center. Hold the breath. And exhale. With every time we hold the breath, you can go ahead and apply root lock. I'm not going to remind you every time. And then, I'm not going to remind every time also that if you're on your period or pregnant or, eating too much food recently, don't do those things. So just so you know, every time we suspend the breath and hold the breath, you have that option. So then go ahead and bring your fingers up to the shoulders with the thumbs and back. And you're going to inhale as you turn to the left and exhale as you turn to the right. Inhale to the center. Suspend the breath. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. Lower the hands down. Bring the hands to the knees, palms up. And just sit with the eyes closed for a moment. Excuse me. Some allergies, I guess. So staying in easy pose with your elbows slightly bent, you're going to dive the hands down and then extend the wrists up in a wave-like motion. And then repeat this like the waves of an ocean. So this Kriya is called releasing the elements. So we're going to be working with the 5 elements: water, air, earth, fire, and ether. So imagine your arms, your hands, your arms, all the way down to your shoulders is like a wave. And it can be a low, slow, steady wave like this, or you can do big crashing waves if you like. Keep it fairly slow though and meditative. Close your eyes. And just keep going and feel the wave in your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. We're going to be doing this for a while, so just get into it. It's like a meditation. In this lineage, water relates to the father principle. So this is related to that constant life-giving energy, like the sun, how the sun is constant. We relate that to the father principle as well. Go off to the side, and then come back to the other side, and go back to the middle. Be creative with it. Engage the shoulders, elbows, wrists. No? Keep going. Your arms may be getting a little tired, but it's not too excruciating, so just keep up. Keep up with the motion. Concentrating on water. Remember, we're releasing the elements. When the seasons change here in New York, we're at I feel like the beginning of Vata season. When the weather changes and the elements change, it's time to recalibrate. So today we'll systematically go through those 5 elements, release and rebalance them. Arms may be getting sore, but just keep up. Keep the movement going. Shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Almost there. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Make a teepee with your hands. The fingers are slightly separated. And tap the fingertips together. We're playing with the 5 tapas. All 5 fingertips meet at once and move with the music. So we'll just match it to this next beat here. So you're tapping all 5 fingertips together. Right at the heart center. Just a couple inches in front of the body. Just 1 minute left. Keep tapping those fingertips. Eyes closed, feeling the rhythm. This is a simple meditation you can do anywhere. You can do it like in the bank, waiting in line, at work, when you're having like a conversation with someone and you need to center yourself and think straight. Balances all the elements and the hemispheres of the brain. And inhale deeply. And hold for 30 seconds, meditating on the heart center. And exhale. Next, bring your hands up again to your shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs in back, and dance the shoulders like wings, any way that you like, to the recording of, and they asked for a specific album here, these Punjabi drums, but I don't have that, but I've got a really good upbeat song by Sat Karen Kid, Khalsa. Perfect. So go ahead and kind of dance the shoulders around. You feel it in your upper rib cage. Dance those shoulders all over the place. One minute down, 1 minute to go. Good. Now, keeping the arms up, hands on the shoulders, you're going to stick the tongue out and begin heavy, long, deep breathing through the mouth. This is called lion's breath, using the navel point. This is engaging in the fire element. So when you exhale, you're really going to use that belly, push the air out, drawing the navel point in towards the spinal column. And when you inhale, relax the belly and let it extend out. That just increases a little bit of your lung capacity, and engaging the navel point is using the fire element. So this long, deep breathing is called lion's breath. Just try your best, keeping your elbows up, shoulders relaxed.
And all heaven and all life is going to be absolutely obsolete. People need immediately self-absorbed experience. And that's what the essence of
Halfway there. Keep up, just a little over a minute left. Great. To end, inhale deeply, suspend the breath for 15 seconds. Great, exhale. Inhale again. Hold. Exhale. We're gonna do that cycle one more time. Inhale and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arms down. It says here, get your toxins out through the lungs. That's all you're doing. The tongue has to be out. That is the condition. Move the shoulders. Move, move. Break the calcium deposits. You are working with the air element and you're working with the fire element. So that last asana, we're working with the air element and then the fire element. So now extend the arms up to the heaven. Arms are wide in a V at about a 45-degree angle above the head, parallel. So mirroring each other. It's actually written wrong. It says parallel, but they're not parallel, because this would be parallel, but they're mirroring each other at 45 degrees. With the palms facing each other, drop the head back and bring your gaze to the sky. Listen to beautifully inspired music. Narendra Kaur's Peace and Tranquility. And I do not have that album. I think it's a different Narendra Kaur than the one I'm familiar with, but let's listen to Singh Kaur's Guru Ram Das. Pray as your original self. Almost halfway there. Keep up. Imagine yourself praying as the original prototypes, the original man, the original woman. Offer this prayer to the heavens. Trying the best you can to keep the shoulders relaxed, elbows straight, head back as far as comfortable. If you need to take a break for a second, just take a break. And then when you're ready, just come back in. Less than 2 minutes. Try to hold steady here for the last couple of seconds. Inhale. And exhale, lower the hands. Place your hands on your heart, one on top of the other. Concentrating on the crown of the skull, what used to be that soft spot where all of those bones meet in the middle. Close the eyes and try to become, it says here, a little sparrow of time and space, and project out. Leave the body and let it heal.
Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale. With the hands. Keeping the hands on the heart, go ahead and begin a breath of fire.
Inhale, hold. Circulate the breath in the mind throughout the body, sending it to any place you need healing. Exhale. Quickly inhale. Suspend the breath for 15 seconds. Quickly exhale. Inhale again, last time. Imagine sending the healing energy to any place in your body that you need it. Then exhale. So sometimes I do my saging and smudging before I practice yoga, but I felt like my space was pretty clear today, so I didn't do it. But I'm going to do it afterwards now because we did this Kriya releasing the elements. So I kind of feel like, I let a lot of stuff go. There could be a lot of kind of emotional, energetic, sort of plasma energy sort of sticking around. And, I've got this meditation space that I come to just about every day. If I'm sick, though, I usually don't practice in my meditation space because when I'm sick, it's kind of hard to get the ball rolling. So it kind of helps me if I can just do it wherever I am. So I'll do it a lot of times like in bed. Actually, I have a sheepskin next to my bed. So sometimes I'll just get out and sit on the floor next to my bed. Or if I'm on the couch watching TV and I'm like, again, really sick, I'll just do it there. So I don't do my meditation and stuff when I'm in this space when I'm sick, but almost always. This is where I do my yoga and meditation. And it's a pretty heavy, energetic place because I'm always doing this work here. So I like to keep it clear. Sometimes I like to do my hands separately. So just some comments here about the Kriya. This is what Yogi Bhajan said when he first taught this class and was lecturing the class afterwards. He says, what do we want? Attention. The entire destructive behavior and improper human dialogue is because we want attention. And we get it either by behaving good or bad. It is stressful. We have to become a stress-free zone. We have to deeply understand that being free of stress is the source or key to happiness. It's true. I took Reiki level 2 this fall, and as part of the certification for it, I need to do 21 days of self-care, Reiki self-care in a row, which has been really hard. I've done my best and I haven't done it in a row, but I only have 2 days left. And before you give yourself Reiki or give anyone Reiki, you're supposed to say the 5 Reiki precepts. And I have sort of paraphrased them in my language, my language and the words that I use and the way I talk to make them kind of sink in a little bit more. So the way I see them as is today, I will not abuse anger. I will not abuse worry. I will be grateful. I will work hard, and I will be nice to everybody. So the last 3, pretty easy for me, pretty straightforward, being grateful, working hard, and being nice. But the first 2, I think usually it says I will not be angry and I will not worry. And I've been working with a lot of worry and a lot of anger in my life, and trying to just completely shove it out and pretend that it doesn't exist is not healthy for me. So instead, I try to see it like, how can I use this anger? How can I use this energy of anger in a positive way? How can I use the energy of worry in a positive way? If I'm worried about something, why don't I just go ahead and take care of it instead of not worrying about it? Use that worry as an impetus to take care of the thing. So that's why I paraphrased it, to not misuse anger and not misuse worry. Um, so every day that I say those, it really does just kind of let a stress just lift away from me. And it's, I always notice a big difference when I'm really good about staying on top of my Reiki self care, as opposed to when I think I don't have time and I let it slip and then I don't do it. There's that Zen. I love that little Zen saying. I think it's a Zen saying. It's like, if you don't have 10 minutes to meditate, you should meditate for 20. It's just so true. So after we go ahead and close out class, I suggest that you go ahead and take a little rest, lay down on your back, stretch your legs out a little bit, close your eyes, rest for 5 or 10 minutes, and then get up and have a glass of water. But before you do that, let's just go ahead and close up the class with the longtime sun. So bring your hands together in the heart center. Feel yourself centered and grounded. Crown lifting towards the ceiling. Shoulders and face nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale to sing. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on.